the logo of the National Park Service with a background. Words say, "It's the 104th anniversary of the National Park Service." Text reads, "We asked some of the staff at George Washington Carver National Monument why someone should visit George Washington Carver National Monument." A male uniformed park ranger sits outside near a statue of George Washington Carver.
I'm Jim Haney. I'm the park superintendent at George Washington Carver National Monument. George Washington Carver is really an incredible place because the setting itself is beautiful. It's very fitting for Carver in the sense that it's sincere, it's dignified. The setting just fits him so well, and I love the way we commemorate him. Carver is really a story that appeals to so many people. We have people coming here who are nature lovers, like Carver himself. So there's a lot to explore here for the nature lover. For the lover of history, Carver's had an incredibly compelling life and certainly a very strong legacy. Also, Carver, as a character, appeals to a wide spectrum of people. People who are interested in science, people who are interested in art, people who are interested in Black history, people who are very devout, have a very strong faith. So Carver's a story that really appeals to so many people.
A panning shot of the Boy Carver statue area. A female uniformed park ranger sits at a desk in a school setting.
My name is Valerie Golden. I'm a park guide at George Washington Carver National Monument. Well, this is a wonderful story and a wonderful site that is just, in general, just beautiful, and a gentleman who has done so much for the agricultural, and it's just a wonderful story and a beautiful place that just, it's worth a visit. It's worth coming here at least once.
A stream in a wooded area. A different female uniformed park ranger sits at a desk in a school setting.
My name is Sarah Martin, and I'm a park guide here at George Washington Carver National Monument. George Washington Carver National Monument is a park dedicated to the life and legacy of George Washington Carver. From him being born on this 240-acre farm, which is where the monument exists today in Diamond, Missouri, to him as an older gentleman working at Tuskegee Institute, where he spent the last 47 years of his life. There's so much about George Washington Carver that is meaningful. It's really, truly a diamond in the rough, and it's not just because we're in Diamond, Missouri. It's small, but it's promising, and it's one of those that you would miss it if you weren't looking for the signs. But once you get here, it exceeds your expectations. It's 240 acres that has so much to offer. A lot of nature. Most of the parks I've worked in have been urban parks. They've been right in the city. So to work in a rural area is a little different. We have beautiful prairie with over 400 plant taxa, pond. We have tons of birds. You can just sit out there and meditate and reflect in nature, and it truly brings you bliss. And so to be able to not only talk about the cultural rich history, but the natural history of this area too is pretty unique and special. So this park holds history, but it also holds universal concepts. It holds determination, it holds success and value, it holds hard work. It also holds passion, it holds connection, and bridging the gap beyond relationships that are just blood to people that you meet along the way. and I connect a lot with George personally. So to be able to take this place and what still exists here and bring George alive so that every visitor who walks through the door can experience that same charisma that he had, that's unique.
A stem of yellow compass flowers with fluttering butterflies. A male uniformed park ranger sits in a laboratory. My name is Ryan O'Connell, and I'm a park guide at George Washington Carver National Monument. George Washington Carver National Monument is just this fantastic place, and when we first came as a visitor several years ago, we were impressed with the beauty of this place. The George Washington Carver story is compelling, and it was a small park, and talking to visitors, we get the comment a lot of times, just like, I didn't realize that this is such a fantastic park. We just were kind of coming by. We were going to only be here for about an hour. We probably should have stayed 3 or more. So there's a lot to see here. There's a lot to do here, and I think it's a good balance between a natural park, like with trees and rocks and scenic vistas, as well as a history park, where the historical significance of the place is the forefront of what we do here. The welcome sign of George Washington Carver National Monument. Text reads, Happy 104 National Park Service, but what makes the Park Service special to the Rangers? Watch the last segment of this series to find out.